Hey everyone, welcome to Picks from the Print Mine. I'm I'm a little down. Everyone's at GaryCon. They're having fun. They're already there. They're already having fun. And here I am, Dieter and I in this huge empty cavern with nothing to do.
There's always something to do. This cavern is not as empty as you think it is. Get to work.
Ah, I'm scared. I guess I'll go to work now.
Hello,
Hey, Dieter.
John.
Hey,
What's up?
everybody.
How you doing?
Nothing really.
You're looking
Just
really
hanging out.
eager to be here.
Yeah, no, it's always fun down here in the print mine.
Of course.
Uh, Gosh, what's new? It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah. Uh, have
You
you
got
been
any?
to any conventions?
I'm trying to think. I think since I think since we did this last, I was at DundraCon. That was like a month ago. And tomorrow kicks off GameStorm, which I will be at. And yeah, so those are my conventions.
I don't have any conventions, so
Nothing at all. It kicks
nothing
in
at all.
later.
No, I'm at home. I'm not going to another convention until probably Origins.
Oh, okay. So it's at June or May? When is that?
Yeah, June.
June. That's a ways off. You got time to prep.
Yeah.
Have you had any gaming exploits lately?
No, I haven't really even done much, well, much tabletop anyway. The video game side of things is pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's always there. That's always there. I have to say I'm still wrapping up the Star Wars campaign that I was running, but also I've started a DCC campaign. We've played a couple sessions.
Still have
Going,
characters alive?
what's that?
Still have characters alive?
Yeah, I was going to say though, so I don't know if I should name names here, but I have a Goodman Games writer who's in the campaign who apparently played DCC with a DCC writer somewhere in the past who made him like very concerned about clerical healing. Like I don't know what happened, but in the first session he got kind of knocked down to like 3 or 4 hit points, and the cleric was like, well, I can help you with that, and he's like, no, 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 it's too dangerous, we're just like,
Oh,
what?
okay.
But so it's like, I don't know what happened. I got to find out from the guy that ran the game at some point when I cross paths with him, like, what did you do to this other person? What what evil scheme are you up to? But yeah, no, it's like really trying to convince him of like, there's no penalty if the cleric tries to heal you. Like it might be a penalty for the cleric if he bungles it, but it's like no harm is going to come to you. You'll be fine. It just won't work. I don't know, but it's amusing anyway.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I see some potential house rules right there.
Right, right. Convince him that it's okay, and then, uh-oh, he just drew all the hit points out of you. You're unconscious.
Uh,
Oh gosh, what? So we have like stacks and
we have
stacks of
a
stuff.
lot of stuff. The mines are overflowing with new stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
my back is hurting with everything that we've sent up lately.
I know because
It's not the mattress. It's the
some of these books are pretty big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do we just start with the big one?
Let's get some of the bigger books off the table first. How about that?
All right, all right. The big news. is Dungeon Denizens is a big
Rah!
or uh,
Rah!
in both a 5e and a DCC. Same monsters, same art, different stats.
They're huge.
They are huge. Like it says, over 550 new monsters. 550. Um, yeah, for the most part, it's one monster per page, so it's a thick book. Um, have you looked through it at all? Do you have a favorite monster?
I have looked through it, but it's so many. I don't know. I mean, I certainly haven't read them all, but
No.
I'm trying to think at the moment. There have been things that jumped out at me. Let me just see if I can like flip to a thing that I remember. Oh, I like the, well, now I can't find it. I flipped past it, it went away. It's just chock full of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all full color art on the inside. Are you getting this? Are you seeing this? Um,
But we'll just name a few things. The Void Goblin, the Toad Spawn, the Ocular Worm, um, Nagas. There's a whole section on Nagas.
Check this out.
You
DCC
critical
version, new crit tables,
Worm,
um,
Mount
and you know,
God.
construct augmentations, variety, and fey creatures, not fey creatures, fey creatures,
Prey creatures.
frayed creatures. That could be a whole new category. There's encounter tables that you can roll on. I think it's similar in the 5e. They don't have crit tables as far as I recall, but there are
Counter,
like encounter charts and
counters are all broken up by terrain type.
oh yeah, yeah. Challenge rating, monster type, and
Yep.
then environment. So you got your Arctic monsters, your coastal monsters, your aquatic monsters, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. Again, and if this 550 new monsters isn't enough for you, Dungeon Denizens 2 just launched on BackerKit yesterday. Yesterday, 2 days ago, earlier this week.
I think it was yesterday,
Yesterday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So yeah, go to BackerKit, check that one out. I wrote a few monsters for that one, so and a couple of them are stretch goals, so you won't get them unless you pledge a lot of money.
Oh, okay. So how much money do I need to pledge so that your monsters get in there for sure?
Like 400,000, I think.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out. I'll check the couch cushions,
Okay, cool,
see what
cool.
I can scrape up. I was also going to mention, and I think this ties into both things, the previous Dungeon Denizens and the new Dungeon Denizens. There's the two-page Dungeon Delves book, which uses creatures from the books. It's both a DCC and 5e thing because it's just referring you to the thing from the book.
Yeah, the stats aren't in it. You need the book to use it, really.
And my understanding is there's a two-page Dungeon Delves 2
Yes,
that's happening.
yes. One of
So,
the many other things that are included in the Dungeon Denizens 2 backer kit.
and I'm just taking a quick look. I think there's 21. I think it's 21 encounters organized by level, so you can go right to, I need a third level thing. Here they are, third level, or third level in whichever system you're running. DCC, D&D, OSR, I suppose.
So what's the cover price on that, John?
Is it 16? Yeah, $16 for the two-page Dungeon
Okay.
Delves.
I meant the hardcovers, but that's good to know
This
too.
is 75,
75.
and then this one's 70. I don't know why they're different,
Interesting. Okay.
but it may have to do with print run size and technical stuff that we don't get involved in down here. It's
Chaos
all
Lord.
it's all stuff that happens up on the surface. We just dig them up and ship them up to the top.
Yep. Yep.
There are some other big books we should look at.
We got some tomes of adventure, right?
Not quite as massive, but still pretty massive. I'm not even sure how many pages. I literally just popped this out of the shrink. 200 plus pages for this one. This is volume 2.
Volume 2, which includes A Miracle Was Framed, The Sea Queen Escapes, Blades Against Death, The Sunken Kingdom of Rue. Oh, that's a bonus thing.
That's a bonus.
Arise, Well of the Worm, The Croaking Fane, Fate's Fell Hand, Frozen in Time, and all the Forlorn North information from Frozen in Time.
Right.
So, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 adventures plus some 8 adventures plus some bonus material.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you played any of these? What did you do you have a favorite?
I play tested like Blades of Death way back in like 2012 before it was released. That one was kind of fun. I remember that one. Croaking Fane, I ran that one. That was fun too. But yeah, those are the only 2 of these that I've actually played before.
So I have to say, like, some of these I've read. It's been a long while, but I've never gotten to play them except for Frozen in Time, which I only got to play about half of. Something happened and we never got back to the rest of it. I don't even remember what happened. But yeah, so we've got what, 8 plus 3 different bonus things.
Yeah.
Plenty of adventure in that tome.
That's true. But
$50.
There's other tomes.
What?
Volume 3, Lankmar. Yeah, if you missed some of the Lankmar adventures, this
all Lankmar all the time.
Masks of Lankmar, The Fence's Fortuitous Folly, Gang Lords of Lankmar, Acting Up in Lankmar, Cheating Death, a dozen Lankmar locations, and Patrons of Lankmar. So yeah, Masks and Patrons were both little kind of like preview before the box set even came out. Lankmar books that have been.
That's right. There were. What was the other one? Was Through Ningobble's Cave, right?
Oh yeah. That was not in here, but
maybe that's in another further Lankmar volume down in the future somewhere. We got to dig deeper, Dieter. We got to
dig.
So you're getting the adventures as they were, just collected up.
While we're talking about this one, I do want to say that Acting Up in Lankmar is one of my all-time favorite adventures ever. Like, it is a lot of fun.
I have heard that so many times. I have avoided even reading that adventure just so that if I had the opportunity to play it, like at a Cyclops Con or something, I was like, yep, I'm jumping in that game.
It is so much fun.
See, I want to show some art, but I don't want to show a map. Anyway, I can't find a big enough piece of art to really show off. That's a half page. I guess that'll do. I think that's McDevitt. Is that Brad?
Like Brad's, yep.
Yeah, that's Brad. So again, yeah, a bunch of adventures, $50, nice hardcover collection.
And if that is not enough adventure for you, there's also the Tome of Adventure Volume 4, Purple Planet.
Huh. Okay. Tell me
stuff,
more.
All the stuff from the original Purple Planet box set, plus all the extra digest size Purple Planet adventures that were put out for a while.
3 of those, yeah.
Some other stuff that I'm not sure I've even seen before.
I believe there's a couple of adventures that the German translator of the Purple Planet set created a couple of adventures, and those have been translated back into English for that book.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's at least one, but I want to say it's actually 2 different adventures, or maybe it's an adventure and some other material.
It also has collected for the first time anywhere the complete glossography of the Yithoth.
I remember people searching for that for a good long while on the old forums.
In the know, that was, yeah. I don't think I ever saw all of them before.
Well, that was it. As far as I remember, nobody ever, there were like 2 or 3 of like, who has these? Somebody has to have these. And like nobody was ever found that had those, you know, and people would report, "Oh, I found a copy of the set at the Kickstarter version of the box set at the store, and it was open, and I looked through it, and it wasn't in there." It was one that was already found or something like that. It's like, where are these missing things? Well, now we have the missing things. They're in the hardcover.
They're no longer missing.
That's probably all there is for the Purple Planet, though, right? One great big honkin' awesome book.
Oh no, no, there's a lot of third-party Purple Planet stuff too, John. Did you not
What?
pay attention at all?
I just dig them up. I don't really look at them.
Look at the covers.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're pretty
yeah,
colors.
we have, for example, the River of Lies. We pick different ones. The River of Lies, right?
Third level adventure.
By James Posnell Jr.
Yes. And I don't know. It's always a question of how spoilery to be, or which things are really spoilery and which things are not spoilery. There's some big possibilities here. I'll put it that way. There's some things that could change your Purple Planet campaign.
But yeah. I mean, that's the kind of campaign I want to play, where I can change the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's a location called the Ghost River of Varnasu, and it's worth that name alone to get this book. I think that's a wonderful, evocative name for something in a game. The Ghost
But I
River
feel
of
like that's what
Varnasu.
the cover probably is there, Ghost River, because there's a
Something
river.
like that. Yeah. Some ghosts in a river, but I think there's more to it than that.
Oh,
That's not
16,
giving it all away. That's just drawing you in.
$16 for that one.
$16. I'm going to show off a piece of Doug's artwork there on the back. There's some good art in here too. I dare not show off the best piece because people would be screaming, running in the streets. It would end the show, and we want people to keep watching the show.
We still have a lot to cover in this show.
But that's probably all the Purple Planet stuff, right?
What was that other one you held up?
I don't know. Was it this one?
No, but you can
No.
talk about that.
So this is Die Robot. This is from Studio 9 Games. This is an interesting one. It has cross compatibility with DCC and MCC set on the Purple Planet. So you can just hodgepodge your entire DCC collection together. Hey, throw in some Weird Frontiers or something while you're at it. Maybe some Ninja City or something. You can play a robot PC. In fact, I think it's kind of set up for the option of everybody playing a robot PC. It's a funnel.
Right.
You start off as a robot, and then you can level up your robot. But I think it's possible if you want to play it more standardly, you could probably do that too. But yeah, a DCC MCC crossover. My thought on it was there is a funnel in the main book. Like this would make a cool second funnel. Like if you were playing Purple Planet from that first funnel and like some characters were out, like those characters are not coming back. They got eaten by orms. They're not going to make it. You could do this as a second funnel and create more variety in the party, and maybe even use it as a bridge to bring in like MCC stuff if you wanted to bring in some mutants or planchants or whatever.
Cool.
And it's a little funnel about oppressed robots.
Robots oppressed.
And that is, I believe, $10. Yeah, $10. Die
right.
Robot.
Sounds fun. We also have Random Acts of Violet by Tim Satley, and this is a kind of two books in one, really. Like there's a first level adventure, Cavern of the Purple People Eaters, and
Yep.
then there's like a hex crawl kind of area of the planet for you to explore as well.
Yeah, yeah. The idea is it's a little bit of a sandbox. The original Purple Planet material was set at like level 4 and up. So this is kind of addressing like Purple Planet is crazy dangerous, but here's a specific zone, maybe not quite as crazy dangerous, where your level 1 characters, your new funnel, graduated characters can like mess around for a bit before they get involved in the super crazy dangers of the rest of the Purple Planet.
After your robot funnel, they can go explore this area. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. So they don't all get eaten by orms, right? The death orms.
right.
I'm saying that right, am I?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what they are. Suddenly I was like, wait, is that something else? Am I crossing streams
That one,
here?
that one is 18.99.
Oh, yes. But there's more.
There's more.
What about Oh Happy Dagger?
The
Another Purple Planet. What?
Purple Planet never ends. It just
It
keeps
never,
going.
it's a planet, man. It's an entire planet of adventure. What do I have to tell you? Um, this is a change of pace for your second level characters. This has got some Shakespearean elements to it.
I could guess by the
At,
title.
at least 2 or 3 different Shakespeare plays are kind of echoed, referenced in here. So, plenty of opportunity for the players to ham it up.
Good. Yeah.
And again, getting back to the orms, part of it takes place in an orm nest. I'm not sure I ever wanted to go to an orm
Yeah,
nest.
I'll pass on playing that one. That doesn't.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, but I mean, if you get to do some cheesy thous and wherefores and all that stuff, it might be worthwhile. It's a trade-off. This is $11, and I think I said it's a second level adventure, so you can do your robot funnel and your random acts of violent first level sandboxy thing, and then you could jump into this. Maybe this is what leads to getting out into the larger Purple Planet, as it were.
yes. Okay.
Now that's all there is to the Purple Planet, right? There couldn't be any more locations. There wouldn't be like 100 other places you could go
No,
do things, right?
it's not that big a planet. There can't possibly be more. Oh,
Unless there were 101 hex encounters that you're exploring the Purple Planet and you need fodder. That's what this is. This is fodder for your Purple Planet explorations. Some of these are very quick and to the point. Some of them are almost more like little like mini adventures. Like there's a little place to explore and stuff going on. And I was going to say, do you happen to have percentile dice handy? Anybody in the chat, or Dieter, do you have any?
I actually don't, but
Somebody in the chat's got to be able to roll some
a random number.
percentiles, right?
How about
It does have great maps. That's a comment in the chat I just spotted.
24?
What is it?
24.
24. Okay, let's see. I'll read the read aloud text, but not the rest of it. You come to a field dotted with fire red mushrooms. Gazing out, you can see they cover this entire region, forming a scarlet field. Rising up at the center of the field is a glowing golden fungus towering over the crimson sea. Oh. Okay.
Clearly, the correct answer is walk around it.
Yeah, avoid it. Go to a different hex. Then you have to roll a different number. Hey, we got 32 in the chat. Let's look at that. 32. You come across a few deliciously perfect sweet cakes resting on a rock near your path. How did these get here? They look and smell fresh baked. Oh. Oh. What were you saying earlier? Avoid it? Yeah, that might be a good option, but
I'm tempted by this one. I don't know. It smells so good.
it's kind of right now. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling hungry. Actually, it would be tempting. Anyway, 100. Oh wait, what was the price on that? $13. You've got 30 some pages of extra encounters and details and shenanigans to get up to while you're on the Purple Planet, if
So
you
we have
happen to be there.
we know Purple Planet crosses over with DCC, and you can use it for MCC too. But why is there not a Purple Planet X crawl module?
Oh, yeah, like an X-crawl adventure that there's a portal that takes you through like some little whatever and then back into the arena or something.
Something. There's got to be a good way to do it.
Or maybe it's more like a survivor kind of scenario, like
Okay,
we're gonna send you to the purple planet. Uh-oh, did we lose Dieter?
I lost my video. Oh,
Oh, hey, Zerp, hello,
here. Okay, can you hear
we're
me?
back.
Okay.
If we win anywhere. I don't know if we disappeared. Maybe we did.
But now our names are switched. We switched
Ah,
names. Okay.
that's no biggie. People know who we are.
Yeah, I know. We're famous. We're
Mutt and
famous.
Jeff, you know us.
All right, what else? What else we got in our pile? What else? You got something else?
Well, there's a lot. Let's go small.
Okay.
Let's go back to the funnel. Let's go to the zero level grimoire.
Yes, it's a nice little book with spells, I guess, for that zero level characters can try to cast.
Yeah, they're spells. I mean, you might think of them as, I don't know, cantrips or something, but you don't have to use that term.
Um, yeah, the one thing I really liked about this one was there's a little rule where leveled wizards can counterspell any of these without
Yeah,
having to do anything.
yeah, pretty much just like wave their hand like nope, nope, that's not happening. But yeah, it's a number, what is it, 20? I believe it's 20 spells that just do little things. Like some of them are just like, I think there was a light spell that just basically provides some light. There's like fortune telling and spoon bending. That one's in there, I think, for Uri Geller.
Yep. Your
Um,
influence weather. It's not control weather, but you can make it somewhat more likely that it will be sunny tomorrow.
Apparently, there's a cereal spell.
Ooh, Lucky Charms.
Speaking
Now,
of food,
yeah, so it's all
I like this one. I'm amused by the call champion, which is like, um, you summon whatever the nearest like leveled character is, and they can just refuse. They could just be like, "No, I'm not helping you." It's like, but they're just drawn to you. They're drawn in your direction for like they don't know why.
appear in a puff of smoke. They have to still like wander to.
Yeah, they have to get to you, but and then even once they do, they could just go, "Hey, I'm busy. What are you doing?" But yeah, no, it's a great little zine. It is a whopping $5.
$5. That's
Just
five
five
dollars.
monies.
That's a no-brainer. $5.
Yeah, yeah, whatever you're ordering next or picking up at a convention, if we also have a copy of this handy, just throw it in. It's a cool little resource.
So speaking of cool little resources, it's a thieves' life. This is a nice little zine size, but it's hardcover. Um, it's got some really nice little art in it, and it's basically just all about thieves. Like it goes into details on thieves guilds, how to run them, guilds going to war with each other, a section on running cons, uh, thieves can't,
You
a
mean
whole bunch
like a con job, not a
of convention.
convention.
Right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Some, thief equipment and poisons. Um, and there's a thief specific birth augur table.
Yeah.
And then and that's just the players section. In the judges section, there's some tables for building a guild, kind of with a point buy system sort of thing. Um, there's some example thieves guild characters, and then the back is there's a guild hall. There's tables for pickpocketing poor people, pickpocketing. There's different tables whether you based on the person you're pickpocketing.
Right, right. The kind of socio-economic level of, yeah, the target. Um, and I think, yeah, you mentioned the pickpocket, and then there's like a random adventure hooks and stuff too. Oh yeah, and then there's the more random charts chart,
Oh yeah, it's what you need.
or maybe that's meant as an index, but it looks like a chart. No, it is a chart. Yeah. It's an easy roll adventure. You roll some elements, you improvise. Much like a thief when they get caught, they start making up a story and
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's like. And that one runs $36.
yeah, nice little hardcover. Um, let's see. At the other end of the economic scale for your pocketbook, Legends of Uganda 2, issue
Oh,
number 2. This actually came out last year, but it's taken us this long to get a hold of a copy and be able to cover it. Um, this is the zine that's written by the fellow who lives in Uganda and is
right.
working with Bob Brinkman to like coordinate all this, and he's putting it out on the Sanctum. Can't
Sanctum
think of what
Sanctorum.
their imprint is, but Sanctum Sacorum has their own stuff that they publish. This is cool. This has got 3 patrons. This has got kind of a trickster spirit in it and some curses to go with that. One of the curses might be video failure. I'm not sure.
It is. I think I'm suffering from that one.
You've got a rain elemental. You've got a soot elemental. And this kind of a zine, like obviously you could use all these things. It's all based on folklore. You could certainly use it in your fantasy games of kind of straight up DCC or whatever fantasy, but like it seems to me you could also mix it in if you were playing like PAX Lex K
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That would make sense.
or even like modern settings. If you were doing some Ghostlight Crime or Ninja City or those kinds of things, like you could mix some of that in or do a little world hopping in a modern setting type game, Nowhere City Nights or something. Yeah, and that is $6. $6 for 40 pages. 40 pages in this one.
All right. Moving on, we have Bloody Barber Shops and
Oh,
Sanguine Scissors. So this is all about medieval barbers. There is the barber class to start with. Um, but then there's a couple spells for barbers, services that barber shops provide. And now medieval barber is more than just a hair cutter, as I'm sure most of you are aware. They also were surgeons and
yeah.
they did everything really. They were kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the human body. Um, there's barbershop familiars, artifacts, some historical information about barbers. And then there's a short little adventure. Um, so yeah, it's all about barbers. Um, there's
What is
nothing
that?
about there's nothing about quartets though.
Maybe that's the sequel.
Sequel to Barbershop Quartets. Yes, okay.
What
Uh,
does that one run?
$12.
$12.
$12.
All right.
They always get their cut.
Okay, end the feed. Just stop it right there.
That wasn't mine. I stole it from the chat.
All right. Okay. Who said that? We're gonna. Um, anything else?
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff. There's a lot, ton of stuff here.
What about this? Here's
Oh
another
my
big giant
gosh,
book.
that is a huge book.
It is a big. It goes really well with my background. It
Like
almost blends in. I could use this as camouflage. Like I'm not even here.
like this is
Yeah,
a like gaming book with a hardcover spine and everything. Like this is
it's serious. It's serious. Now this is Terror of the Stratusfiend. We've
right.
covered Terror of the Stratosphere products before, but they've been like this size. They've been like zines and stuff. This
This
is
this
this is serious.
this is a Terror of the Stratosphere mega dungeon.
Yes, with multiple titles going on. So Terror of the Stratosphere, Cycle of the Snake Wolf 3, Did I say woof?
Woof.
Scales of the Hypervisor God, or The Final Voyage of the Crab King.
It's
You
got,
got
it's
all
got
that?
got a lot going on. Yes, that is the full title, and I hope it says all of that on the website where you order it.
Right. It's just a whole wall of text. I made
Um,
a list of some of the things in here, just a small sampling. So see if this piques your interest. Holographic alien ghosts, a giant robot that's separated into pieces, dimension crossing, shattered woods, tentacle rexes, demons, of course, and the big mechanical thing in here is the conspiracy die, which
yes,
uses the dice chain in response to like how in response to the weird stuff that you encounter in here, and the conspiracy die goes up, 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 and there are results, the table, and you roll the conspiracy die, and things happen. Um, I have to be honest, I don't know how to explain this fully. It's like a
it's
fever
really
dream.
really difficult because it also, like in the introduction, he talks about the Shutter Mountains and how all of that really influenced it too. So it's
Right.
kind of, but it's very like modern in its setting and feeling, even though it's got a little bit of that Appalachian feel to it in places. It's like there is a lot going on in this book. Uh,
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's like things at random will just make an appearance, and you have to cope with that. And it would be pretty wild, I think, to run this. I'd be curious to run it at some point. I certainly haven't had the time since this arrived, but
I don't
yeah,
think it's the kind
it's
of thing I would want to run, but I would love to play it.
so off air. I have a zine. Maybe I think will blend with this, called Dead Halt. I think it would blend really well with this, actually. Um, but yeah, if you're into a modern setting that does not pull any punches on its gonzo crazy anything can happen sensibility,
Right.
this here. I mean, it is a big hefty hardcover book. It is $75, but I'm sure you could get a lot of play out of all of this. And it's, I don't know if you can see this, like the
Oh, yeah.
edges are colored so you can flip to the different sections easily as you're flipping through the book, and find the piece of the of the larger adventure and going on that you want to find. So that's a nice touch. It's laid out well.
This goes level 0 to level 5. So it's a full campaign.
And it's got a very unique kind of layout too. It's very it's intense. It's intense. And you even have like a little, oh, I just missed it. Where'd it go? There's a nice little map of, I think that's an old map of Washington. But anyway, there's a lot in here. Check it out. Check it out. Give it a look.
Going fully in the opposite direction, there's not a lot in here. This is a nice
Oh,
little lullaby for the volcanic worm. It is a short funnel adventure for DCC, where basically you are from a village that sacrifices virgins to a volcano. But there
okie
hasn't been a
dokie.
sacrifice. There's like the priests were like, the volcanoes made no noise in years. Why are we still doing the sacrifices? And so they stopped doing the sacrifices, and then the volcano starts making noise again. And the village is like, all of you virgins, you go to the volcano. So that's who the adventuring party is.
So that's the zero level group that's on the
You are
adventure.
the village virgins who are going to the volcano to be sacrificed.
Perfect.
So yeah, and it's a nice little short thing. It looks like it could easily be run in a couple hours. So
Right, a short convention session or something,
it's eight
or an
dollars.
evening of play.
$8.
$8. That's a good price
Lullaby for the volcanic
for
worm.
a little evening's entertainment.
You got any more?
Um, well, I have this one that's sealed up. I was afraid to open it, because
Oh,
of the shower of water that would come out at me.
yeah, that one is actually printed on water, so it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a new technology.
Um,
But yeah, no, I will confess, I literally did not even open this up yet. I haven't gotten to it, but hopefully Dieter has.
Surf punk piracy in a drowned world. Um, yeah, it's basically it's for DCC or Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland.
Oh, interesting.
And if you open it up and look, you see the layout is very much Neon Lords because the Neon Lord himself did the layout for this magazine.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, and in that style, it's a bunch of there's the hydro punk class to start with. So all your characters are playing hydro punks. Um, but then basically it's just a lot of different random tables to kind of put together an adventure on the fly. But then
Oh,
we also have the actual adventure, murder mystery slasher theater 4000.
so it's got a generative adventure thing, and then also a
Other actual adventure.
developed adventure.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, it's if you like what I would call it like Tank Girl crossed with Waterworld or something like that maybe.
Is it basically like a kind of modernish or slightly futurist setting?
It's like a post-apocalyptic
Right.
sort. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
but
Okay.
not like MCC, more like
Umerica or something.
yeah, yeah. America's probably pretty close. Well, like Neon Lords, I suppose.
Right. Right. Kind of alternate real. All right. Maybe it's a corner of X-Crawl world, right?
Could be. Um, have we talked about? Let's see. I've got one more I could talk about. I think. Um, Against the cult of the hippie commune.
Oh, jumping ahead, man. Oh wait,
I,
wait. I don't even know if oh, I do have that. Yeah.
so yeah, so this is a level 0 funnel um, by the fellow behind Loot the Body, the musician. So it has a soundtrack. There's a code to download the soundtrack in the back.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but the fantasy trope of people from Earth going into a fantasy world is one of my favorites, and it's been done in DCC a couple times, but this one kind of reverses the trope in that there are DCC villains who are transported to Earth, and
Ah.
you are it's the year is 1967, and you are the well-mannered residents of a small town where this crazy hippie commune has suddenly sprung up. Um, and so you're trying to you try to convince the town council that this commune needs to be put down because dirty hippies and motorcycle gangs and all this kind of stuff, but they don't listen. So you end up meeting this wandering priest who comes by and says, "I will help you destroy this hippie commune because it is the ancient enemy of the uh, person who started the commune." So you end up going up and against this hippie commune and taking down the leader if you succeed, I suppose. But whether you succeed or fail, you get the opportunity to take your 1967 Earth characters into any other world you want to as a
Right. Right. Right.
continue the campaign. So it's
That
a lot of
sounds
fun. I really think it looks like a good time.
it sounds perfect. Actually, it looks like I'm just realizing there's a wraparound cover.
Yeah.
Nice. Real psychedelic paint job going on.
Full color on the inside too. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and that one is
There we go.
$20.
Is that who is that?
Um,
Looks kind of like John Hamm from Mad Men.
a little bit. Well,
Ooh.
so yeah, against the hippie commune. Buy it.
Hippie commune and barbers and purple planets and snake wolves and
Yeah, I
man,
got I got a few other things here, but I think we should save some for a future episode. So
it feels like a journey. Did we survive a funnel or something? What was that?
I feel like I leveled up on that one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we should save a few for next time. Although there's always more coming. It's always
True. These mines, they don't end. They just go deeper and deeper.
to keep digging down, digging down, digging down. Oh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I think
Nemo got
it's definitively our cue.
out here. We'll see you guys later. Buy all the stuff in the store.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.